What is going on, Guardians, and welcome back to another Destiny gameplay video. In this video I'm going to show you guys this loadout I've been using on my Blade Dancer. I just picked up the Shinobu's Vow after trying several times to get it on my own. Xur finally offered it, so grabbed it, got a intellect discipline roll on it with hand cannon, reload speed, and fastball. So using those, and then this is the Lingering Song Iron Banner hand cannon. You notice the impact is off the charts. It's huge, hits like a truck, 95 to the head. Pretty impressive. Rangefinder, quick draw, and a rifled barrel are the options that I have. So this is a really solid roll, and with quick draw, it's just even that much more fun on a Blade Dancer. And so it's got the Iron Laude sights. And then in my special slot, I'm using the Event Horizon, a vendor roll from the Crucible. It's got Hidden Hand and Short Gaze, as well as Grenadier, which is nice to have when you're using a build that centers around the use of grenades, obviously. So that's what I'm rocking here. And you know, I really enjoy the combination of two really high impact weapons. It makes me play a little bit more defensive and be a little bit more picky about my engagements, because my goal here is to really get myself in 1v1 scenarios, not necessarily you know, being able to manage multiple targets at once. It's a little bit more difficult with this build, but this is more for handling one-on-one engagements really well. So just take a listen to this hand cannon. It sounds amazing.
The hounds of war are loose.
Sounds pretty schmexy, doesn't it? I know, I love it. I think it sounds pretty amazing. In fact, all of the Iron Banner weapons this time around have a lot of character, and especially in their audio, the way they sound. So, like I said, this would not be my go-to 6v6 build for a Bladedancois, but in the 3v3 playlist in Skirmish, I'm really enjoying it. I've used it for a number of matches now and had a lot of fun with it. So, I'll probably continue to use something like this. I like the Event Horizon, but part of me thinks that if I was going to use this build a little bit more seriously, that I might end up switching one of these two weapons. Either I would change my hand cannon to like a palindrome type of a hand cannon that can fire a little bit more quickly, or I would go the other direction and I might switch my Defiance in for the Event Horizon and stick with the high impact hand cannon. So, because honestly, two high impact weapons, they both hit like trucks, but it's almost unneeded at times, because you can still body shot, switch to the primary, and clean up with a combination of something that's lower impact with the higher impact other weapon. You know what I mean? So if it's a Defiance plus this hand cannon would work just fine in that department. Also, a Event Horizon combined with a palindrome would work just fine as well. But for the time being, you know me, I don't necessarily like to do what is the most strategic. Sometimes I just want to have fun and use things that make me think a little bit, make me be really picky about when I take my shot and what that shot looks like. And in fact, you've already seen a couple of moments where I've actually hesitated and made sure that my bullet counted, because I needed just one shot that I really needed to connect, so I actually took some extra damage instead of rushing my shot. I took my time, and you're going to see that in a moment to come as well in this gameplay. This was a really tight match, and I had a lot of fun on this match. I ended up, I think, 23-6, something like that. So this is a fun build, and I would encourage you guys, if you don't have the Shinobu's Vow yet, maybe pick these things up while you have the opportunity to do so. And I think that that right there was a prime example, by the way, of me hesitating and waiting and making sure that my shot connected, because I needed this guy to back off so that I could have time to reload. So I only had one bullet in the mag, so I took my time and made sure it was a headshot so that he really felt the impact of it and felt the need to get away. So anyways, so the Shinobu's Vow, the roll that Xur is selling is kind of garbo, but hey, it's a Shinobu's Vow, so pick it up, get yourself some glass needles. That's what I did, and I re-rolled it probably a dozen times before I got a roll that I was pleased with, and that's what I've got now. So I'll probably keep using these things on my Blade Dancer. I know it means sacrificing the Bones of Ao, which are probably one of the best, if not the best, hunter specific exotics in the game. See that nice no scope And that's the thing, if these guys take any damage, then the event horizon's probably going to kill them in one shot, whether it's to the body or the head, doesn't matter. So that's a nice thing as well. And the same thing goes for the hand cannon as well, the lingering song, because in 2 shots you can do 190 damage. I mean, that's pretty much killing them. They walk away with a sliver. So in that capacity, if they've taken any damage, if they've stubbed their toe, you can 2-tap them with this thing. If they take damage from a teammate, you can 2-tap them. So in that sense, it's a really good team fire weapon. So if you're sticking next to your teammates, or you're using your grenades and your equipment well, then you can often put guys down in just 2 bullets, which is nice when you're going up against some of the other hand cannons. But that does require them to be primed in some capacity. So if you haven't gotten one of these hand cannons yet, I know it's not an option from the vendor this week, but I reached rank 5 across 3 different characters. And between all the bounties in Iron Banner and the rank 5 package, I got the hand cannon twice, I got the pulse rifle twice, I got the scout rifle once, I got probably half a dozen ARs to drop and half a dozen shotguns to drop. I mean, your chances of getting this thing are actually pretty good if you just invest the time to get to rank 5. So this gun, I really like it, I'm going to be honest. With rangefinder and rifled barrel, the hit registration on this thing is super crisp. The first hand cannon that I had dropped, the first lingering song I had dropped, had a pretty garbage roll, and it was atrocious. It was pretty much unusable in PvP, so I was really holding out to get a better roll, and was very happy when I did. So this is that better roll. So if you can get a decent roll in this thing, if you get rifle barrel, you're fine. If you get rangefinder, you should be fine. But it hits like a truck. So as long as those bullets connect, because obviously if your range stats low, you don't have any range increasing perks on the gun, I wouldn't recommend using it because it shoots so slow that if one of those bullets misses, I mean, it's game over. It's usually game over. So you have to make sure that your bullets are connecting. Now this is how this match ended. Watch this. So this guy shoots a tether. So now I'm in a 1v1 with this guy, and how about this timing? I'm looking at my super energy, and I'm listening to the audio of his tether, and I push right at the last second, and so I run out of super energy right as I slash, right as his tether expires. I go past it to avoid it. So that was kind of a fun way to end the match. So honestly, on a blade dancer, this hand cannon I would say is pretty freaking good, because with quick draw and a sniper combination, you can really make really short work of guys hitting with them with just 2 bullets. If you go sniper to the body, switch to the hand cannon and hit them once. So I would recommend this combination. There's a reason why people like hand cannon sniper combination on blade dancer so much. There's a really good reason for that. So that quick draw is just so nice to have. So here's my challenge to you. Use the double high impact loadout for a few matches and see what it does for you. Honestly, in the current state of the Crucible, especially when things are pretty shotgun dominant right now, and that's not me complaining already, people are starting to warm up their keyboard warrior fingers like, he said something about shotguns that sounded moderately negative. Just relax, just relax. It's true. It's a pretty shotgun dominant meta right now in the Crucible, so when you use a loadout like this, it's gonna make you really pace your shots well. If you want to be successful, you're gonna have to be pretty accurate, so it's good practice. And so I enjoy challenging myself in that aspect sometimes, and I did go up against a couple of teams that were really good at shotgun rushing, and it really challenged me, and so it was fun. So I challenge you to do the same. Let me know how it goes. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I will catch you in the Crucible.